All right, guys, so as you can see, I do have a top shirt on because I actually just finished up a Tops video on the Trailhead Kukri from Tops and Jason Swain. I have been carrying this Rosecraft blade knife around for quite a while, and I think I'm ready to kind of give my insight and my opinion on the knife. I really wanted to, because there is a specific feature on the knife that I wanted to really carry for a while before I really did a review. I wanted to do that first before I kind of put it in. So I think I'm ready right after doing this video. I says, you know what, let me put out this video on the new MA-12 from Rosecraft Blades. Okay guys, this MA-12 is a Digi Cameo. It comes in 3 styles. It comes in black and it comes in also the OG green. It is a mic, I believe it's a mic card. If not, I'll put it on the bottom of the screen. Great about this knife, guys, the steel. This is the first time they're using the AUS 10 steel. And I love AUS 10. AUS 10, AUS 10A, I think they're about the same thing. It's a very powerful steel, very good durability and edge retention. I know it from Cold Steel. Cold Steel does a great job with their AUS 10A, some of the toughest knives in the world. And I'm really, it's a joy to see Rosecraft Blades kind of branching out using different types of steels. And I love this AUS 10A. Rosecraft Blades is making some more robust types of modern knives, which I like. Got a nice purchase on the handle, about 4.7 inches closed, so probably 4.6, 4.5 easy on the handle, and that's perfectly good for like large, extra large hands. It fits. It's very, very comfortable in the hand. You can see how wide the blade, the handle is, how much girth there is behind the handle, skeletonized liners, and it's got a button lock. I know button locks are not the strongest lock perceived in the world. This is pretty strong, guys. I mean, you could tell, I've been handling knives for a little while, you can tell putting all your weight, trying to move this thing around, you cannot get a wiggle. It's a pretty good, solid, strong button lock. We'll do some testing with it now. But button locks, I always say it, button locks are the safest deployment, safest use of an EDC carry. It is the only true one-hand operation because your fingers don't need to move from their spot. You can open and close this all day long till the freaking pigs start flying, and it's going to basically be fine and safe for your fingers as long as you use it the right way. So it's a really fluid and nice deployment. If you're using this on a whim every day and you need to pull your knife in and out of your pocket and close it, it's a very easy and quick motion. It's fluid, it's good, and it doesn't open. You can't even accidentally open it. The button lock locks it into place when it closes, and I never had an issue with this kind of ever opening up in your pocket. Now, there is a feature here that I have been trying to carry it for a while to see if it's something that is going to be a problem for me. Now, the glass breaker right here, it's a tungsten carbide glass breaker on the knife here. Now, obviously, when you're carrying this, you're carrying it with the tip up. So this is going to be sticking out of your pocket. Now, my concern was, if you kind of reach into your pocket to get things beside your knife or your I'll show you right here actually. If you kind of keep this in your pocket, let me just move the knife back. You kind of keep this in your pocket, the glass break is always sticking out. So it's very easy to kind of stab your hand with it. Now, when I first started carrying it for a couple of days, at first I did stick my finger. I did kind of stab myself a couple of times, not from the Band-Aid. that's something else. You know, the tragedy of being a knife reviewer, you always have Band-Aids on all of your fingers. I did. But if you're going to carry this every day, you kind of get used to it. You get used to it. You kind of go to the side and pull it out, and you'll be fine. And you learn how to use it. It's a matter of just getting used to the knife, because the usability of having a glass breaker, number one, it's great for a last minute ditch self-defense type of option, because this can definitely hurt, okay, if you strike something with it, and that's always a great option. And if you need a glass breaker, it's a glass breaker. You kind of bang things up or whatever, it's always good to have. So I think the benefit of having one is great, as long as you can get past having that in your pocket and getting used to the fact that it is there, and you can kind of really just stick your palm with it, because it is always sticking out of your pocket. Obviously, the other way around, it would rip up your pants or your jeans. Having it this way is the only way to go. So my answer with that is, guys, it can be a problem if you're not used to it being there, but when you are used to it being there, it's perfectly fine. If you're looking to use this as an everyday carry for a couple weeks, I think you'll get used to it pretty fast. So that's kind of my answer, my own self answer, as far as if the glass breaker would be an issue carrying it around. All right, guys, this is obviously not a knife that you're going to basically, build a small cabin with. This is an everyday carry. It's a nice, strong looking knife, very good purchase on the handle. Good looking knife too. I love the style and the look of this knife. It's just really cool. I love their new modern lines. This is probably one of my favorite of their modern lines thus far. But all their knives come really, really sharp. I mean, you can see basically no effort there, and I actually just did this testing with the kukri, trailhead kukri, which is not paper slicing sharp like these knives are, and you could tell I kind of had to pull it a little bit more, put a little more force to it. This kind of cuts through this polyurethane rope extremely easily. And I've been using this for a little while. I've been at my side for a couple of weeks, on and off, just to get an idea, and just cutting everyday materials. And it's the edge retention staying there. So edge retention is strong, and it's 10A steel too. I think this is probably the best steel that they can possibly use. I wish they use this a lot more and more, because I can see the edge retention, if they're carrying this for a while, it's still really paper slicing sharp. There's this really resilient audio cable that some knives do have a problem kind of getting through. Let me see how much force I got to put into it. Not too much, not completely slicing through, but not too much. Considering this is a used edge, it's good. You can definitely splice wire if you need to splice wire, whatever the case is, to expose some cables and stuff like that. You can definitely do that with this knife. It's got a good cutting profile, and it's comfortable. It's very comfortable in the hand. Let's try to go through this steel belted sandblast hose. It's not too much of it, but I'm gonna see if I could do some push cuts to do some slices with it, and just to see how comfortable it is, and to also test the lock. Yeah, it's a good slicer, guys. This is a good cutter. Really nice even cut, and really not much effort whatsoever. Yeah, this feels good in the hand. It feels solid. I feel the lock is definitely solid. Yeah, good slicing knife, especially for a used edge on the sandblast hose, which is like nylon or steel reinforced or whatever the case is. But it actually works out to pretty good. Now, obviously, this is not a crazy camping knife, but you want to see also how it slices and how it curls. And it's going to do your job as far as doing your wood kindling and stuff like that. But listen, any knife could be a camping knife. Any knife could be a knife for outdoors. That's what knives are for. You have a good sharp edge and good edge retention on a knife. Any knife can basically, be a survival knife or something. Whenever you need a sharp knife or a knife that has an edge to cut things and to carve things, as long as the knife has a good edge, it's resilient and it's tough and it's got good purchase and good comfort, because that's what I'm doing right now, checking the comfort, you can definitely clean up whatever you need to clean up in terms of a tent spike or whatever you need to do with your sharp knife. So yeah, this is comfortable. I like how this feels. I'm expecting some really good things from Rosecraft blades for you starting to use this steel. You're able to really surround the blade, have a lot of control over the blade. You got the jimping here, but you can go even further. There's no pain in my hand or anything like that. I feel like I got really nice control of the tip. Yeah, this is a good cutting knife. Now I'm going to test the locking mechanism to see basically if anything fails. Some pressure on the tip as well. Just hit the spine. Just see if there's any problems. And guys, this is also a $60 knife. Rosecraft blades is very cost efficient, good for budgets. If you want a good style knife for an everyday carry, that are built pretty solid, has good edge retention. They're picking some good materials now for their steels and their handles, and they're good designs, and they're a great bunch of people to deal with. This knife was designed from Andy Armstrong, and Andy Armstrong always hits it out of the park with his designs. Does great modern stuff, and also he's really good with the traditional stuff, because that's his favorite type style knife, I think. All right, guys, with just a little $60 pocket knife, made up a little notch. The spine is good. The point is still good. Let me see if I got any movement. Yeah, a little bit of movement. So you know what? That's not something that you want to push too much. Is it going to close on my hands? No, but it's definitely a little bit of movement here. Let me see if I can close it and open it. No problems there. But you may want to be careful doing so, banging it like I did. That's probably the limitation of the knife. But actually opening it up is solidified again. So actually it's pretty good. But I still wouldn't push it. There's a little bit of movement, but not much. Didn't break the knife or anything, but I was really, banging that pretty hard on all parts of the blade. But the point is good and the edge is good. That's the important thing as well. that the edge and the point survived in terms of the heat treatment, but the button lock is not something you really want to bang on the spine as much as I did. But normal slicing and cutting, I think it's going to be great. All right, guys, so this is the MA-12. It's an upgrade to the MA-11. Andy, you did a great job with this knife. My steel mindset on the MA-12, the knife is a strong button lock, but not a button lock that you can really push the issue and start banging and batoning and doing all crazy stuff with. I do it just to show you the limitations of the knife. The knife is definitely, I still think it's a very strong knife. Again, even with all the abuse I put on it, it's still pretty solid. It actually solidifies as you open and close it a couple times, but I wouldn't go that far with the knife. What is the knife? The knife is an excellent everyday carry if you want something more robust in your hand. If you want a better steel, OS 10A, that's durable and it's not going to show, it's going to give you some really good edge retention, easy to sharpen, and it's a tough knife. I don't think you'd have had a problem with the edge. I went through some steel belted stuff, the sandblast hose, things like that. Wood carving, the copper wire and things, and it's a great cutting knife. The knife is a slicer. It's a cutter. It's something that's going to cut and cut for you day in and day out. I think it's going to be great for that. And it's got a great, comfortable handle and really good to kind of surround your hand with. If you're looking to do wood carving or make pen spikes, you can definitely do it with this knife. But again, know the limitations of your knife. The limitation is you can't bang this around and be too hard on it. It's not a fixed blade. It's not a very tough folder with a crazy frame lock or liner lock that can be good. So understand what the knife is for. It's a beautiful knife. You got 3 different options on it, and I think it's probably my favorite modern folder from all Rosecraft blades right now. Andy, thank you for sending this over my way. I really like it. I really have been enjoying it. And don't forget, guys, the glass breaker here, a lot of uses for it. As long as you get used to it, you'll be fine with it. So MA-12 guys, Rosecraft blades, hitting it out of the park, doing some great folders and improving their product, improving their steels, improving their customer service year after year after year. Rosecraft blades is one of those great companies with amazing people that run it. Take a look at their stuff, guys. I'll leave the links below. Don't forget about the 10% off that you can get at the checkout of Joe Steel. I'll put it at the description so you can put that code in at checkout and get 10% off your purchase in your cart at rosecraftblades.com. Joe Steel out, guys. And Andy, I need a Rosecraft blade shirt. Hook that up. See you later, guys. MA-12, Joe Steel out. Enjoy your day. And guys, be good to each other.